are on working day 24 of our Longbridge rear extension. We are now into the internals. Skylight went up and we are now completely watertight. So we're going to be focusing on plasterboarding today. We're going to be doing all the dotting and dabbing today. We'll try and get the ceiling plasterboarded as well, and I'll flip you around and you can have a look. So we have got to plasterboard all of this and the ceiling, and then we've got a couple of bits and pieces to do around this pillar, and then we can put the floor in. So Matt, our new plastering apprentice, congratulations Matt.
Thank you.
He is just cutting out and marking out as well. So we'll put you on time lapse and you can watch us work. So we've got most of the boarding inside done already. However, the customer contacted me and said we would like to have a new Velux window into the pitched roof, and we oblige. So I've had to find a Velux window that I can get off the shelf at the right size today, and I've had to drive to Cannock to get it to Selco's. So we've got that. I've just got back now. We are pretty much almost end of day. However, roofer is coming in on Sunday. He's going to want to install it before he relays the pitched roof, so we've got to cut the opening out. So that's what we're going to do now. Good morning. We are going to be continuing with our plasterboarding today. We're going to be getting all of our ceiling space done. We're going to be getting our beam up there done, and we're going to be getting our cheeks done for the bifold doors. Hopefully we can get every bit of plasterboarding done and we can start the skimming on Wednesday. I will set up a time lapse and you can watch us work. So we have got our room plasterboarded. Everything is done except for the interior of the upstand for the Skylight. The reason we're leaving that is because tomorrow when I come in, I want to get this floor done. So I want to get the insulation down, I want to get the tongue and groove floorboard down, to do that I need to put floor leveling compound down, so we need to prime this floor and then put the FLC down, which I'm going to do this afternoon. Now if I was to do this now, this afternoon, I wouldn't be able to do this floor until the morning because this will take me the rest of the last couple of hours because we're now at 3:30. So we are going to leave that until tomorrow. We're going to get this floor done, and then when we come in tomorrow it will be set because it's quick setting floor leveling compound or FLC, and then we can get our trestles up and we can get this lot boarded, and then that will be everything ready for the plasterer who is coming in 2 days time. Right, we're going to be raising this floor and I want to explain why we're going to do it, but first of all I'm going to give you a bit of background. So if you have a look in this old kitchen here, this is an extension that was added onto the building. Obviously you've got a steel there, they knocked through, but the back door and the window would have gone there, and this was the end of the back of the building of the original house. So this extension was added, and then we've added our extension. So when you are joining a extension to an existing building, your damp needs to lap, and what I mean by that is the damp-proof course that we put onto our bricks at the level, it needs to lap into the damp-proof of the existing property, and the reason for that is because if you don't do that, there will be a gap in between the damp and you will get water which can rise up through the bricks and you end up with rising damp. So we used this point here as our datum point. Obviously I can't show you outside because we're so close to the wall that I won't be able to get the camera in, and we can't get a human being in the gap anyway. So we used this corner here as our datum point, and we ran our damp all the way around. Obviously it's very level, we used laser levels to do it. However, when you look here you will find that the damp here is just a wee bit lower than it is on there, so we had to drop down there like that. Okay, now then, bifold doors normally have to sit one course underneath damp, so our damp is here, and then the bifold doors sit on this course of brick here. The reason for that is so you then end up having a flush threshold on the inside, so your flooring will go to the top of here. Now we have not been able to do this, and we are going to have to raise our floor and mess about with the levels, and the reason for that is because this existing kitchen floor is so high. So we've got our slab, we've got our damp, we've got our screed, but then these tiles ideally should sit here, and they don't, because this is underfloor heating underneath here, and underfloor heating with tiles should normally only take up about 20 mils if done properly. However, we have got about 65 mils there, as in the gap. So we are 65 mil higher on this side than we are on our damp on this side. So we are going to have to put a step into here. All of our timber's just blown down, it's a windy day today, so we're going to have to put a step into here. Otherwise, if we bring our floor level all the way across, it's going to end up about there. So what we're going to do is we're going to bring our floor level and we're going to put a little step in there, and that is why I am raising this floor because of this anomaly of this step being so high, or this internal finished floor level here being so high compared to what it should be. And we are just going to have to overcome that by putting a step in. Anyway, we will set out the floor, we'll put our timbers down, we'll put our insulation, we're going to put 100 mil insulation down, we'll put insulation down, and then we're going to put our tongue and groove cable floor or flooring on top of the insulation. That will then bring us up level with this floor here, and then the customer is going to floor all the way through. This is what happens when you buy £3 drill bits from Screwfix. So our floor is done. We've got the insulation down, we've got the boards down, we are nice and jointed. So all of this stuff that's coming out, this is your PU glue, which is designed for cable board, which is this flooring board here. It is to stick this flooring down to a substrate, whether it's joists, whether it's insulation. It sticks it down really well, and then you put it into the tongue and groove, and don't be shy when you do that. And what you're looking for is this bleed out here. When you get this bleed out from the joints, because this glue foams up, then you know that your joints are watertight. So that's why I use this glue. Also, we are going to be putting some screed down here on top of our damp. We're going to keep the damp in place, and we're going to pour the screed up against it. That way we can continue our damp course layer and lap it with the existing damp course layer, which is here. Yes. Good morning. Today's plaster day. We've got the plaster in, and we are going to be doing a few snags. I'm going to be sorting out the Velux window, getting the board around. We'll be getting all of the plastering in the room done between today and tomorrow. The floor went down yesterday, which is great. So a couple of days until job done. I'll flip you around and you can have a look. So as you can see, we are done with the floor. We've got our bleed out in every joint here, so we know that this is watertight. We've put some screed down here. We'll probably put a little bit more in just to kind of bring it up to level, but I need to talk to the customer about what they are wanting to do regarding the joint of this. And we have got Stuart.
Hello.
From Hollywood Plastering. He's going to be doing all of our plastering for us. He's going to be assisted by our apprentice Matt. We will set up a time lapse and you can watch his work. Hello, we are plastering again today. It is warm, hence the vest. We are hopefully going to get all of the walls done, and then will just be the upstand left to do tomorrow. And then hopefully all the plastering will be done then. We'll flip you around, put you in a time lapse, and you can watch the lads in action. We have got the first coat of our plaster on both these walls. So we've got Stuart on that wall, we've got Matt on that wall, and we've got our kitchen electrics going in our first fix. Thank you very much, Phil and Jim. So, second coat being mixed up as we speak. We are using this stuff. So this up pure finish. It cleans up the air. I'm not a chemist, so I don't know how it works, but it apparently sucks some of the dangerous chemicals out of the air. So we are using that now so we can promote greener builds. Hello, we are finished on our Longbridge rear extension now. Today's our final day. We are just doing a couple of snags, having a really good clean up, and then we are finished. The customers are very happy with the finished product, as are we, and I'll flip you around and you can have a look. And here we have it. Our extension is up. So we've got a plug socket up there because the client's going to put an awning on there, and it's going to be electric one, which will require power. We've got a couple of spotlights there, and we've got an outside socket there. We've got nice anthracite grey fascia, and if I can show you, we have got the skylight up there as well, which we can show you from the inside. So, coming inside, we have got our bifolds in, we have got our sky lantern in, so this entire room is going to be flooded with light, which is what the customers wanted. We've got all of our electrical first and second fixes done. We've got a socket up here for a TV. We have got a, as you can see, a Ronti electric radiator in here. We are pushing for electric radiators now because they are much more, I think, efficient than plumbed-in central heating radiators as far as energy bills go, and but also much easier to install. Wires are easier to conceal and easier to put into walls than pipes are. So we tend to push for electric radiators in builds. We have also taken out the old Velux and we've put a new one in. So we've put a smaller one in. The reason we had to take the big one out is because when we joined the new flat roof to the existing pitched roof, the Velux flashing was completely in the way, and it was either take the Velux out and completely roof over, or we put a new Velux in and just go for something smaller, which is what the client chose. Now the customers are going to take over from here The customer who lives here is a carpenter, so he's going to do all of his own second fix carpentry, and he's going to put a new kitchen in as well. We've managed to do the electrics and keep all the wiring for him so he can do his own second fix. And we are going to have a induction hob, an oven in this side. There's going to be a nice island in the middle here, and then there's going to be storage for food and whatnot on this side here. So we are very happy with our extension here. It's been a lovely job to work on. It's been technically quite difficult because of the obvious errors in when this extension was built, but a lot of building happens to be problem solving. So we're able to overcome the issues and end up with this build. So we will see you on the next project, which we are going to be starting on Monday. That will be a garage loft conversion. Thank you very much.